Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Today we will take Unit 4, In Search of Divorcement. So what is divorcement? And who is a divorcement? Where can we find the divorcement? Okay, let's take on a journey to find the divorcement. So we take a plane, so where are we going to land? We are going to land in the center of Europe. Okay, it's a very small country. And it's surrounded by France, Germany, Austria, and Italy. Can you guess which country we have arrived at? Okay, yeah, that's right. It's Switzerland. Okay, so a map of Switzerland. Can you find Davos? Yeah, that's right. The Davos is located in the east of Switzerland. Okay, very good. So have you ever been to Davos? Okay, no. That's all right, okay, because Davos is so far away from us. Next, you are going to see two pictures. Now look at this picture. This is an old man who has been living in Davos for a long time. And then, this picture shows us a young man. His head is replaced by the picture of an earth. What does it mean? It's a symbolic picture, okay? This picture means that the young man, just travels around the world, and he flies to Davos, right? So is the old man a Davos man? No. What about the young man? Yes, that's right. He is a Davos man. The paragraph 3 of the text, you can find a definition of Davos man. Pay attention to the two key expressions, International Business AE and the World Economic Forum. Okay, let's stop for a while, and I'd like you to take a look at the contents for today's lesson. Okay, so firstly, we have a lead-in part, okay, as we have finished this part, and next, we will come to the background part, and thirdly, we are going to analyze the structure of the text. In addition, we will try to find out the writing methods which are used in the text, and finally, the writing assignment, okay? So WEF, World Economic Forum. What do you know about WEF? We have a lot of questions here. So when was it founded? Can you find the answer in the text? Yeah, paragraph 3. When was it founded? And when is it held every year? So actually, WEF was founded in 1971, and it is held in January every year. Where is it held? Certainly in Davos, Switzerland. And who usually attend WEF? Okay, it's very easy to find the answer in paragraph 3, right? Okay, the businessmen, such as executives, politicians, academics, journalists, writers, and stars. Okay, so what do people do in this forum? They have networking, okay? Networking, what does it mean? They associate with each other, they communicate a lot, and they hold parties. They have discussions, all the topics that are related to human beings. So why do we have WEF? For what purpose? The purpose is for economic progress and social development. Okay, so after we study, we get some knowledge about World Economic Forum. We will analyze the structure of the text. Okay, so what is the style of the text? It's an argumentation. It's a piece of argumentative writing, okay? So usually an argumentation consists of 3 parts. Introduction part, argumentation part, and the conclusion part. So let's focus on the first part, introduction part. In these 2 paragraphs, the writer tells 2 personal stories. One story is about William Browder. The other is Alex Mandel. Okay, they have different nationalities, but they have something in common, okay? They were born in one part of the world, and they work in another part of the world. They always travel around the world. They do business with a lot of countries, okay? So after telling the stories, the writer tries to give a definition of the key word divorcement, as we have discussed just now. Okay. Now the second part, argumentation part. Now this part is the main part of the text. It's a very important part of argumentation. So how does the writer defend his standpoint? How does the writer present his viewpoint in this part? Okay, paragraph 4 and paragraph 5, you can find the answers. So in these two paragraphs, the writer tries to contrast the two opposing views. One view is put forward by Samuel Huntington. He argues that globalization will undermine people's national identity. However, Klaus Schwab counterattacks by saying that globalization will not necessarily erase national identity. Okay? And then the writer continues to talk about the shift of international trade. So what may happen in the future? As we can see now, Asian countries are developing very quickly now. So what may happen in the future? You can see people do business, to have international trade with each other. So there is a trend for international trade in the future. And this trend is unstoppable. Okay? Now we come to the last part, conclusion part. Now in this part, the writer reiterates the two concepts, globalization and nationalism. By globalization, the writer says, divorcemen always seeks for global markets. In this way, they can expand their markets. Okay? So from the viewpoint of nationalism, the writer gives us an example of Manila women. Okay? So which one is more important? What do you think? The writer draws a conclusion that we should try to strike a balance between globalization and nationalism. Now, next, I'd like you to analyze the writing methods which are used in the text. Here, I give you 4 pictures here. And the 4 pictures represent 4 writing methods that are employed in the text. So can you tell me what they stand for? The first picture, yes, it means stories. We use stories in a piece of writing. This will make the writing very appealing. And stories can shorten the distance between the reader and the writer. The second picture stands for quotation. We often quote the words from the famous professors or famous experts to prove our point or to strengthen our argumentation, right? Okay, now third picture, it suggests definition. We try to define the key terms in the writing. In this way, the reader will have a clear mind of what we are talking about. And the last picture, you can see black and white. It suggests contrast. Okay, so we try to compare or contrast 2 opposing views in our writing. In this way, to highlight the viewpoint. Okay? So finally, we come to the writing assignment. Now today, I'd like you to apply what you have learned, such as the writing methods, such as the logic structure of a piece of argumentative writing, to your writing. Okay, try to model your writing on the text. So the topic for the writing is on school activities. You need to write no less than 200 words. Okay, I think you can follow the 3-step structure here. Okay, that's all for today. Okay, thank you.